Well, hello there. We have reached Thursday, the first week of Lent, and that means we'll be hearing from Esther. And there are times when we really reach the end of our ropes and knowing that we have done just about everything that we can, with the exception of trusting God. So I'll let you take a few minutes to go through the readings. I have listed in the description as usual. So if you're not sure if you should go to the readings, well, what are you, one of those bees that can't make up its mind? A maybe? See you in a few. The book of Esther is fairly short. It was probably written around the 2nd or maybe the 1st century BC, but shows off a very Jewish religious idea. The fasting is to be done when you are in extreme peril or danger. Interesting. A couple of versions of the book were made, one in all Hebrew, which interestingly makes absolutely no mention of God. And then there is the Greek version, which makes many references to him. The same story, basically, but the Gospel for Matthew continues this theme of asking. We have been given lessons on many of the things that we can do and the things God does to help him learn his ways. But we may get the impression that we are just doing things for God. For many years as a young man, I was made to take out the garbage right after dinner. I was always just doing things for mom and dad. Pick up this bag and then take it out to the garbage bin in the back and get rid of it. But regardless of how I felt about it, the tasks like this, at the end of the week, I was given an allowance. And over time, I learned responsibility, doing a good job for the reward I would be given. I, of course, was a model child and never had cause for grievance from my parents. Hope they're not watching. In all seriousness, God here shows his love for each of us. And ask and it will be given. Knock and the door will be open. But just like mom and dad would only give me my allowance when I was ready for it, God too knows when you are ready for the gift you are asking. And you might never be ready for what you are asking for, or worse, that gift you're asking for may do irreparable harm if you do get it. It has been said, probably way too much, that God is not a vending machine. We don't just put in a few prayers and get our dreams out. While we love God and he loves us, we have to be patient and work over in our minds with his help to recognize why we don't get some of the things that we want. After a while, I come up with the answer, and I don't really want the thing or emotion that I say I want. I'm really looking to take care of something to build up my pride or my lust, my avarice, etc., whatever it might be. So one thing that I have found that helps a little with this is doing the examen. It was developed by St. Ignatius of Loyola. And this spiritual exercise will help us recognize out our true needs and our true desires, which will include God in everything that we do. So give that a shot. There's plenty of things on the internet for that. So won't give you that, but we'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. God bless. Bye-bye.